A woman in Holland is frustrated with her employer who says it will not accommodate her medical condition. She suffers from asthma and has been fighting pneumonia and says she cannot wear a mask for her entire shift.
She has the doctor's backing to prove it, but Gentex basically told her that a face shield was a no-go, and that's when she contacted the Fox 17 problem solvers.
If COVID wasn't happening, my job does not require this face mask. So if I didn't have to wear it, I'd be working.
Bree Layton is struggling financially. She's been off work since mid-February.
I have 6 hours of vacation.
You can tell it's emotionally draining too. Her rent's almost due and she's caring for her 14-year-old son, Jaden.
A huge reason I'm not getting better, I'm stressing.
You can hear in her voice she's also struggling to breathe. Just last month, doctors diagnosed Bree with pneumonia and upper respiratory infection.
So in the meantime, I'm just flying by, trying to do things the right way. And I'm paying a huge price.
She's been employed at Gentex in Zeeland for almost 2 years. During the shutdown, she tells Fox 17 she took a voluntary layoff, but then went back in August because she wanted to work.
When I went back, they were talking about how rude people were when they were called back. I was happy to go back. I wanted to go back.
Her station, she says, is more than 6 feet away from people, and if somebody walks by, they too are wearing a mask. Her doctor put her on restrictions, saying she is unable to wear a mask due to being short of breath, and they would like her to wear a face shield when she returns to work.
So when I got that, I was like, okay, this will work. I just can't have something like this.
The next day, she got this email from the leave coordinator at Gentex saying, I've heard back from the company nurse and they are unable to accommodate the shield. You will need to remain off work until that restriction is lifted.
They're not working with me to go back and I have no money. So it's like, I've tried. They haven't even come back and said, well, what about this? You know, if you could wear the face mask for 2 hours, you could take it off for 5 minutes or something. You know, nothing comes back. The only response the lady could say on the phone, she kept saying, well, the CDC doesn't recommend it. I'm like, okay, I understand that. But it's not saying you can't.
She went back to work for about a day, but the face mask was just too much and she could not breathe. Just last week, Bree's doctor sent in another work restriction, saying she still has not fully recovered due to a prolonged flare-up of her asthma and that she's unable to wear a mask for more than 20 minutes at a time.
And she's like, well, what's going to happen is you're going to go on the floor and everybody's going to want a face shield. You have pregnant people that sit in a chair. Not everybody wants to sit in a chair. I said, so because everybody else is going to want a face shield, I can't survive. Like, to me, that hurts.
She applied for unemployment, but is not eligible because she's technically still employed, just on leave. She filed a complaint with MIOSHA and the Department of Labor. Bree tells me she wishes it did not get this far, as she really wants to work and loves her job.
It's a simple accommodation. It's COVID. I don't get it. Why can't you help me figure out a way to, if we can't figure something out, and you don't want to release me from employment, then can't you do something? Because it's not like I'm not trying to come back. I need an income. I need to survive.
Bree tells me that she's also been tested for COVID for 3 times, and her target date to go back is April 5th, but she's still concerned, as you can tell in that video, about her breathing. So I did reach out to Gentex to see why it would not accommodate a face shield. A spokesperson said that we are aware of this team member's concern. However, out of respect for the privacy and confidentiality of our workforce, Gentex will not comment on any team member's specific situation. We work hard to maintain a safe work environment, which includes following applicable CDC, MDHHS, and MIOSHA standards for mitigating the spread of COVID-19. Now, I reached out to MIOSHA as well. The agency said if she did send in a complaint, which we showed you the video of, then it will process that, but it cannot comment on it at this point. If you have an issue that you would like us to look into, you can send an email to problemsolvers@fox17online.com. You can also join the Problem Solvers Facebook group or call the number right there on your screen.